team member and wrinkling, private personal consultant. Also advocate for mental health awareness. Whether you tuning in on your TV, mobile device, I appreciate it. I'll ask that you subscribe, share the video, that it may reach the algorithm so more people can hear this information. I like to start the day off with positive vibes. My daily book of motivation, Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence by Sarah Young. Today is August 30th, 2025. I just lost my page. Oh, here it goes. And this is the reading for today. There is no place so desolate that you cannot find me there. When Hagar fled from her mistress, Sarah, when Hagar fled from her mistress, Sarah, into the wilderness, she thought she was utterly alone and forsaken. But Hagar encountered me in the desolate place. There she addressed me as the living one who sees me. Through that encounter with my presence, she gained courage to return to her mistress. I'm reading this a little slow because it's like sound like some gay stuff going on. Her, Hagar, mistress, Sarah. Yeah, it's a little fishy stuff going on. No set of circumstances could ever isolate you from my loving presence. Not only do I see you always, I see you as a redeemed saint, glorious, radiant in my righteousness. That is why I take great delight in you and rejoice over you with singing. Genesis 16, verse 7 through 14, Amplified Version. Psalms 139, verse 7 through 10, and also Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17. Girl, Hagar, Sarah, they all on some gay stuff, it sound like. But nevertheless, um, to me it says God cares about his children and how they feel. And also that, when we may be in places where they're sick or incarcerated or just in a state of mind, not even a state of mind, just in a place where you feel alone or afraid, God is there waiting to show you that He cares and be there with you, help you get through that situation, which is powerful. It's a nice confirmation that we don't have to deal with our sufferings alone or nor be in a place where we're afraid and don't have comfort. Even Sarah Hager place. It's pretty dope. Think about that too, like here in Michigan, especially like this time of day. Um, some people like to be outside at night, take a little walk. It gets cool at night, summertime breeze, and there's things out there. Sometimes you got to call on the Lord, have some protection. Wolves come out, and when you can hear the wolf howl, it's like 6 to 10 miles away. And with that in mind, they can hear from like 6 to 10 miles away. So things that you can't really see, and this might sound weird, but it'll make more sense. There's certain things you can't see, but you can hear them. And then the other way around, like certain stuff you'll hear, but you won't see. Like you will see a deer before you hear a deer. It'll just be right there. And other things like you'll hear it coming, you'll know what direction it's coming from, but you won't see it. Like cornfields, if you know how big cornfields can get, they get pretty big. and I hear something coming through it. Um, it's coming, it's coming. From what I'm hearing, I'm thinking it's like, about my height because kind of seeing the bushes move too. But the thing is, like, when it got to the edge, because we on two different sides. I'm on this side of the cornfield, and we going through the middle of the street, and they on that side, but they coming towards me and T, or like the L, you coming towards that, like that, and once it got to the edge of the bushes, it jumped, but I didn't see it. It was like so, it was crazy. Like I don't know, and it jumped right on the side. I mean, I still never saw it, but it was huge. It was big. And I was like, what is that? And I was thinking like, um, I automatically thought back to the times where Moses and them was around, and like way back in the day. This is really how history is, how they say history is. But they didn't have all these certain weapons we have nowadays and stuff like that. And I was like, how did they deal with certain animals out in the wild like this? Because it's either kill or be killed. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know what it might do. But at the end of it, when we're traveling, or we're trying to get to our, this one's on a hunt or trying to be hunted, running from something else that was behind it, going uh, coming the same way. Because these animals do hunt and prey or whatever, and that's the nature of life, the circle of life. Nevertheless, we do the same thing. We choose to either hunt or go vegan or uh, what else they do. I don't know. People choose different lifestyles on what you want to eat, but that's when it goes where we as humans hunt animals. Of course, animals hunt each other, and some eat grasses or whatever. But it's what's going on out in the world. And I was just thinking, like, wow, back in the day, you got to have some type of knowing God to have some type of power. Because I feel like if you know God, then you'll be able to use God power because you have the same authority. And if you don't know, then that's when you become a believer. You're trying to figure it out. But for those who know and have relationships, they move with the power. It's just like, wow, thought about that. Like, I got power in this moment, I got dominion. And it was like, besides this thing being scared and me being appalled that it was something I didn't see, but I heard, I was like, it's stuff out here, it's stuff in the world. You ain't gonna know until that moment you find out. Like, there's different things out here. But even in those moments, like, you don't have to be afraid. And you just know, like, what this word was saying today, that God to be there to give you peace in his presence. And in that moment, that's when I realized, like, peace in his presence is every curious as a human being. Like, what was that beast? Because it was huge and it jumped across the whole street. And what was peculiar about that moment was that I didn't even see it. Like, it was so dark, and it was like I couldn't even make out what kind of figure it was. So I was like, wow, what was that? And then when it fell, it was like boom, 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 like a fucking bull, like, you know what I'm saying, something heavy, real heavy. And then it like rolled over a little bit because it fell and tumbled, and because it fell off to the side of me just a little bit, and then I was like, man, like, well, I gotta carry on, so we finna bump or whatever. I'm going across. Then as soon as I went past, then it got up and ran. It kept on going through the cornfields, and it was going fast. It was like, because at first it was walking. It was walking up towards me. I didn't know that somebody was outside of those fields going across or whatever. But it felt my presence because when it got close enough to the edge, it kind of stopped and it was thinking about what to do. And then it was like, oh shit, it synced me, and it just kind of stumbled and jumped and fell. But I didn't see it. I couldn't really see what it was. And there's night lights. It was just something I never seen though. Like, usually I can make the silhouettes of stuff in the night. I know, but I don't know what that was, but I was like, oh, yeah, that's how, well, at least my God dealt with things and his people, and he put us in certain situations to have certain experiences in certain moments where it's like, okay, I could trust that this is a divine experience. It was pretty bad. A few things about what I've been up to. Also, this is my new layout for the website. Been doing some changes, updates. The other shit didn't really like speak to who I am. Feel fugazi. Can't really fuck with that too long. Then this goes straight to my NFTs. Like this all me, and this right here is still me. You just put your email in, get the blueprint. That's not I mean, put email out like that. And then once you do that, my mentor come with she say what it's about. You can check that out. The next page. It's like a two part. So this will be it next. My mentor speaking.
Excited you're here, and I can promise you
I
after
don't
this
know
video,
why.
you're gonna have
But yeah, I'm gonna switch it up just a bit. Then you just go, yep, I'm ready to get your free blueprint. You click on that, and then there you go. Scroll down and see what. So doing this, I just realized, like, yeah, I'm gonna switch some stuff up. I might change the colors or whatever. Make it like purple. But that first page, this one, let me go back. Fuck it, it's too late. um, a little bit about who I am, stuff like that. This is my coin, and I switched these up. This is another NFT I got. You'll see them on my landing page. Then these the 2 hour work day. I'm gonna have to get me a new look sometime. But these are the program. So that's basically my number one ticket. Well, as far as my digital programs, master resale rights. One that sell the most, and plus is the highest. This come with payment plans too. You can put down and then make payment plans. Then you'll be earning while you learn. Or if you got 150, you can put that down. So what I encourage you to do, like if you want two streams of income, you'll want to start with the passive daily pay, and it's 300. Or if you want three streams, you'll put up 600, which is the digital mastery right here. If you want four, you'll get the legacy builders. This 900. You can either pay 900 up front, or you could break it down into payments, and I'll show you that. But if you start with the launch pad, this was $100 right here. This payment plan says too, but this the only source of income you'll have. Not source of income, but revenue stream. You have these two. That's $400. This three, that's one. You can sell each one a day, 400. Or you do one 4 times, or this 4 times. It's 1,000. Well, it's like 1,200. My math low. And then once you go through here, like all the way to the bottom, These are the bonuses that come with it too, with each course. So even if you get the launch pad for 100, you get all this. Whichever one you get, all this come with it. You got, and then yourself though. That's why you go to my website. This is what it is all included. Then here you go for the payment plans. Yeah, click on that. This shit starting to go slow again. This one, I don't like. But yeah, Cash App, Afterpay, or Klarna. I don't got Cash App. I don't do Cash App, but it's linked to my payment gateway, so don't worry about that. What I'm saying, but what you're seeing is what's available. So if you got Cash App, if you got regular credit card, Mastercard, you can use that, or you can use Afterpay or Klarna, and those basically just break the payment down into four payments or however much they do it, and then that's it. You'll have your blueprint. This right here is for the legacy builders. You get this, the launch pad, the passive daily pay, and the digital mastery, all for 900. Of course, with the bonuses as well, which is 8 bonuses that come with it. These are the bonuses. Starting with one, you get the digital growth community. So this is where we do all of the Zoom calls, the live mentorship, and everything like that. And I'll show y'all what that's about in a bit. Crash Cam, of course, I never really used this bonus because I know how to edit and make my own videos. I use my own software. I don't use like um, whatever everybody else uses. Basically, like I do my own shit. I could teach y'all how to do what I do or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this live coaching, my first million in 17 months blueprint, 30-day market strategy growth plan, how to get started the first 30 days. When I first got started, I had strategy. Plus, I had different stuff going on. I was transitioning. So what I did was to just get back in the whole Teamm Angie, like to push Teamm Angie. I had started off. Nah, matter of fact, I did a giveaway. Did that for my first 30 days. Marketed for the giveaway. Then when the giveaway came, as the giveaway was coming, I was also marketing for the new website. So this was a 90-day plan I had. First 30 days was for the giveaway. The second was for the new website launch, and then on the last one was for the website. But this and with that, after my first 90 days, on my 30th day, I started over on the 30-day plan right here, and it kept me going. But like, it's just basic plan. Like, it ain't me who I am, and I just put my stuff to it. Like, I don't copy they shit to be like them. It's I use what they provide, and if it makes sense to who I am, then in the line with where I'm going, it's gonna go with me. If not, if not. And then it kind of threw me off in the beginning because she was talking about, and this just her, like she couldn't do what I was doing, and I kind of slowed down. It slowed me down, like listen to her advice, kind of like gave out, like focus on one at a time, and that's cool if you a motherfucker who got to do it like that, which that's cool, but that ain't me. So that slowed me down a little bit, listening to that advice, which wasn't wise for me to do. I mean, she don't mean no harm, but she just can't do the shit I can do, and vice versa. Like, But nevertheless, it's like it's some wise advice. If you're new to creating content, if you're new to all that, you do want to focus on one platform at a time and master that, and then get on a different platform. Is different. Like you can't do the same shit on Instagram you're doing on TikTok, and vice versa. Like for whatever reason, they took my TikTok, monetize everything, all my videos, and it takes time to build your account. But nevertheless, like you want to use your time to be building your account. If you could do all your social medias at once, do it. Don't fuck around and wait. If you know how to do it, that's what my mistake was. Like I shouldn't have just slowed down. I should have kept it moving because now it's like I'm doing what I've been doing. But it's like I would have been a little further ahead, and I listened to that advice. So that motherfucker don't know what's good for you. You know what I'm saying? But they know what they doing though. And then it was like going through shit too, like with distractions, like all type of shit, man. Grieving, like that's my cousin, my auntie. It's a lot of shit going on. Trying to learn that shit too. And then this the second bonus, the sixth bonus. Digital products. In case if you don't have anything, like a lot of people want to do content and then they don't really have nothing to offer. I do 100% profit. Like with these, you only pay a $30 fee to get your website. So I'm missing out on $30. But besides that, I get my full 900, 600, 300, or 100. But let me show y'all. I'll show y'all a lot of my digital art. Like this all my shit, 100%. My mouse be fucking up. Like it be a lot of irritating shit going on, man. It's kind of what it is though, but I'm still working it. Like, fuck. So these are all I got 80 active products. I know y'all been seeing this a lot lately. But at the same time, it's digital marketing. And then this is what I be showing on my story or whatever on Facebook. The preview, you'll see it's like a little Giphy. These for sale. These lower prices though, like, but the whole world could buy these. So like, depending on how many people it reach, to buy one at a time. 20,000 people at $5. And then I go my art. Let me go back. Um, so these are my products I created. They all different prices. I could up the price, lower the price, and then I got 5 pages. I think. Let me see. 8 pages. So these are some of these master resale. You purchase it, you can resell it, you can do whatever with it, and you read the contract. Let me show you. The game is to be sold, not told. So that's why I give you a few of these like that. These like to get you started. Affiliate link right here, so you have your own little link and stuff, and get signed up, and then you'll have access to. So you get resell this digital work as is, keep 100% of the profits from direct sales. Add it to your own digital product bundle. Offer it as a bonus to your community clients or students. Use for your vision boards, branding content, printables, or course illustrations. Invite others to resell it using your affiliate link. Earn passive income. And that's your link at the bottom once you purchase it. And then so forth and so on, all the stuff you get with this. Let me try to my mouse got to do this. But anyway, this is it. So it's in the kind of like then got the bio, the master resale rights, creator team Angie LLC, add it to your wish list or buy it. Hold on. So in that they'll have the other photos in there too. And then some of these I turned to NFTs, and some of these my hand painted. Get to the digital version on the physical product. And this picture a little bogus, but I could obviously do this. It was like my first time using it, setting all this up, so it ain't the best. The picture is dope, but the picture of the picture could be edited a little better, is what I'm saying. And there's no denying who this is. You see the name on there. Just do it yourself. Fuck the middleman. But the thing about doing this, like a lot of y'all like, all right, I see what he doing. Let me go do it myself. You fuck around, need my help, which is funny to me. But, hey, get it how you live. I mean, motherfuckers funny though. So yeah, do as you please. But if you wanna learn step by step, that's what my mentoring about. Or you can try to imitate, fuck around, get caught up in the process and get lost and come back around. Which a lot of people be doing, which is weird to me. Like, just go through the steps. Same way I did. It's gonna cost you more at the end of the day. But I know, or whatever, I'm here. But if that shit don't make sense to me, then I won't be involved. Like, I don't give a fuck about what y'all doing for real. But it's a process to this shit. If you want to do it better, then make sure you got your strategy on how to do this shit and do it. But yeah, payment plans available. As you can see, if you don't got the money you can earn while you learn, don't worry about that. And that's what all my products and programs. So it's available. But it's not for free because shit, I ain't no motherfucking non-profit organization. I don't do this for fun. This ain't no motherfucking um, pastime activity. Versus you know how to order shit online. Everything speaks for itself. I don't really do a lot of DMs. Like if you really don't understand what's going on with the shit, it ain't for you. And that's just that. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time explaining this shit. Check it out. It speaks for itself. It's self-explanatory. And Duffy program, ABC. You go through the steps. Fuck. If you want to do invisible empire faceless marketing, that's what this about as well. Take a little longer, but whatever you do with your time, it all adds up. We all get 24 hours a day. What you do with your time is what you do with it. But it all adds up. You spend time building a visible empire, you will have one. And that's basically like, like and trust. It's going to take a little longer as far as you getting to know somebody you don't see. It's like a long distance relationship with bitch. Taking a little longer time to actually meet up because you ain't seen them, but you're trying to get to know, like, and trust them without seeing them. That's what this is about. You got to think of it like that as a business. Like, they don't see who you are, but you trying to offer them something. It's just gonna take a little time. You gotta keep putting yourself out there for them to get to know you, like you, and trust you, and value what you have. If you have something valuable, and if not, then that's what these 200 product ideas are Or like you could do what I did, like take your passion and put it into like something like this. These are all mine. Some of these are physical products, and some of these is just totally digital. And the way I created them, so people could copy it, but ain't, you can't doubt where it came from because I got my stamp all over this. Even if you was decided to steal this, find out where the original came from, and I find out that my art out there without my permission, I'm gonna sue. So, however you want to do it, I'm still in position to win because if you can't afford this little price and you want to steal my art, you just basically gave me a chance to triple up however much I want to get off you for stealing my art. So it's like try to be slick if you want to, but yeah, we can go there. Like I tell you, see my stamp on everything, but as far as like, so yeah, it's business at the end of the day, and this one makes sense. Been showing y'all, and I show everybody for a reason. I would love to see somebody have my art out here without purchase. Like I say, you could buy now, you can add it to your cart, and it's payment plans. Plus, there's coupons on here. Like you can't really afford this, you don't need it. It ain't. It's just about making it available for people when to get started. And listen, then I got all of my other art right here. You can click on the link for my NFTs, and those cost crypto. Or you can check out the rest of the collection by going here. And I have over 80 in my collection. This is just one platform that I have art on. And that's just one stream with multiple items started. I'm not sure how many I have in this collection. And it ain't brag, it's just showing you what's possible. Like shit, motherfucker, do what you do with your time. Well, I be trying to do my digital marketing, motherfuckers want to come to me with this, that shit. But I spend my time creating these digital products. That's why I got 80 of these. And I'm going to show you what I got on this other platform. These just two money making activities. But it takes time to get a connection going like this. I might sit here for like 20 minutes waiting on this shit to upload or whatever. Like, and that's why I've been switching up how I do my videos too, because it just take forever, man. Like, take a lot of patience. Then when people see me online, they want to call me on the book and message me, talk about nothing. Like, a whole bunch of people. Motherfuckers ain't got no mind. You're patient with them. But let me try this real quick. So these are my other art. They want me to do this. Let me just put my stamp on it. And this how they platform. It's a give, takes on reciprocity. Oh, we just read about the other day. That's kind of what this is. But the way that I'm doing it is because I want to add to the situation. So that's represent. I can't even remember the word. Anyway, this is a prime example of not what to do. You don't do something to get something from you. You do it because you want to add to it. The energy I'm putting into this situation ain't right. But this is just an example. I'm trying to get this out the way so I can show y'all my collection. I appreciate this platform. That's why I'm on here using it. It's just in this moment, uh, something that I really want to put out for the world to appreciate. Some of these ain't published because, like I say, I didn't put that raw energy into it. It's just some hurry up out the way shit. But these are my creations, all of these. And what I just did was how I create these, like totally digital. And it's dope, you know. It's my mental imagination. Like usually I'm trying to create stuff. I sit here and think about this stuff and created it. So therefore I should be rewarded for it. And that's why this stuff is for sale. It ain't for like you can sit here and see like they gave me some more stuff. But anyway, like this is what they created with I added a little to it. I just put that in there. But this was what because like what I just said. But it's on my art though, you know. I could have decided to click cancel and let that go to waste. I don't know how many. Let me take this off. I don't know how many pictures I got, but like this, like who could think about something like that? Or even then. But these ain't published like this one. And just because you don't see them published don't mean I just did it like this one that I just did today. Like hurry up, get it out the way. No, it takes time to turn these into Giphies and to upload, download. Like this take a lot of time actually. But I appreciate what I do and it's fun doing it. I don't mind. Like this one, I think I turned to a Giphy. And they dope. I only did these to be in a competition. And I could show y'all what they do. They kind of help me get better at what I do because they so raw. The competitions I'm entering, that's why you'll see certain ones like multiple times because I'm competing with other people. Like these two pictures, I'm competing with a certain theme topic. You can tell easily. I don't know what the results are with that competition yet. And then with this one was some I published one, but I ain't really want to compete. I ain't put my all into it. Majority of these are for competitions, and some of these are for my the other page I just showed y'all where I turned into digital art and gift. So when you click on these things that on here these basically just posters and wall paintings. Like I'll show you this, and this not 100% profit, but I do it because it's another way to advertise. So you can purchase this like that, buy a printout, put on your wall, or the way I made it cheaper. Just go to my link right here, buy print, and it'll take you over. And then what you can do is take it to uh there's different little shops like ink pen. I forgot what they call it. Let me see. I had these people make me I can't even think of what they call. But basically, you know, like the people that can make t-shirts and stuff like that. That my mind drawing blank. Um, let me show y'all this real quick. That's just my passion, turning passion into profit. Now on the side hustle type stuff, you see this uphold. It's like a savings account for crypto. I just received my reward, and basically they just pay me in crypto. That's in Ether, and then this in ADA. Um, this stuff be loading so slow. I wanted to finish showing y'all all them art that I got, but you can go check it out. The link in my bio. Like we don't gotta sit here and go through the link. You can go check it out. So this is a crypto wallet. Um, if y'all want to learn more about how to do this and stuff, I can teach y'all. So this the ether, and I'm gonna sell this. Oh yeah, this all the stuff you can stake. I'm staking these two so far. Ether and Cardinal Ada. Ether. ETH. Ooh, I need to get rid of this XRP. Cause it's flop. So I'm finna just um I'm thinking about just buying more ADA with it. Or put it I'm gonna see if I could. So yeah, at least it'll be making money instead of up and down. You know what I'm saying? On some iffy shit like, man, fuck that. You know, gotta make it make sense, especially if it's gonna be sitting around. Got rid of that. Now this makes more sense. And then I can stake some of this ADA. They might let me stake more, they might not. But now I got 4 ADA coins, and I still got Ether that's adding up every Thursday. So this is a situation that makes sense. Like you see how this been flopping, and it's only from XRP. Like they my situation ain't adding, ain't helping. And that was like last week. You know what I'm saying? You see how I've been doing straight, a little steady. Cause I ain't had this for that long. I just started using it. But other situations I use, like with I'll show y'all my Robinhood. I'm trying to make it make sense. I profit off them though. Like, with the news, you're probably hearing now a lot about XRP, but really low key, it's already too late. If you really wanted to make money off that, you would have been did it in 2023. That was really the time to get in, and with some other stuff until like just 2 months ago when it really hit up. Now people hearing about it like it's gonna do something. It already did something. I made $20 off that. Now I'm starting to understand when it's time, it's time. You can't wait on some shit because you gonna miss it. Like with the XRPs, the same situation I have now with these Versa coins, right? I'm getting them for free, and I keep dropping the link. People deal with it or they don't, but I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna miss out on this one. Like what the other ones. Wait, hold on, let me put this on. But anyway, right? The same situation with was getting them for free, but whatever. This ain't nothing. Something, and it was like missed on the move. A lot of people just got rich off that. They just became millionaires off of the XRPs and the other coins. And a lot of these coins, a lot of y'all hear crypto and you only know what it is. 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 You only know what it know about Bitcoin. You got to start doing some research really out there because Bitcoin ain't shit no more. And if you think Bitcoin the only coin, then yeah. So yeah, they only let me stake just a little bit. So yeah, they don't let you put that much up in there, but like one coin, which is cool, like shit. As long as we making some off some, I ain't tripping because. All right, let me go to that account. I guess they let me stake it off. It ain't updated yet. Oh yeah, it is. It says staking, so that's cool. They just put it all in the stake, so that's straight. Next Thursday, I'll be getting paid way more than uh, not transaction. I think it is, yeah. So this and this is from when they're getting paid. This was on the 28th. They only gave me like 13. That was August 28th, and then they just sent me an email too. So that's how I was showing y'all. That was a transaction or whatever. This every Thursday. And that was from Ether and then Cardinal. And then Mr. Robin Hood, like I be taking money off of here for profits too. I basically only got two coins in here. Now I got a million Peppy and like 70,000 Flocky or something like that. Yeah, Flocky 30,000, right? Cause it's been rocky, real rocky. So I over here you can see. I even took them the retirements too because they started flopping. It's some weird shit going on. But just protect my accounts. So I just got lucky because they even took a hit. But this is a good price to catch it because once they do they moves, the more you got, the more you make. So these the pennies. I'm giving up on these. I had 2 million. I sold a million, which is just half of this. Now I got 1,010,000. I had like 2,600,000, 2.6, and then with the bumps and the shivers, I had a million. And with these, I got 30,000. These the same price as the other ones, so it's less than that to get you 30,000 and 50. And like this, kind of like what Bitcoin was. Like somebody bought 200,000, roughly 200,000. They held on to it for 5 years, so they sold 24,000, which was like 2.7 billion dollars, which is crazy, right? Bitcoins, 24,000 bitcoins, like $2.7 billion. So when they say the whales, they mean niggas who got like 100,000 bitcoins, which is like a couple $100 billion. So yeah, we could do the math just in case you're like, oh yeah, these are throwing numbers out there. I already did this. That's why people be worried about Bitcoin so much, because if you got like at least 24,000, you got a few $1 billion. And what they doing with that is they taking the money out the Bitcoin and they starting to buy Ether. Because Ether is only like 4,000. One Bitcoin is 108,000. It was like 120, but it's starting to drop so much. They starting to let it. So let's just say 100 go back. So like I said, right, they just sold 24,000 Bitcoin. So 24,000, and the price of Bitcoin right now is like 108,000. We'll just show y'all on the screen. But people probably be like, oh yeah. Seeing is believing. A lot of motherfuckers don't do no research. Y'all like to just talk shit, don't credit nothing, don't know shit for real. But right here is Bitcoin. It's 108,525 and 21 Bitcoins, which is 24,000 of these. We'll do that times 108,529 now. So that's $2 billion. So $2 billion, 604,694,096,000. That's the answer at the bottom. And point six, like I said, about 2.7. My math was off by $1 million, 100 million. I mean, roughly close enough though. So that's 2,600,000,000 just off of 24,000 coins. And the dude that got these coins, he got 176 left. So if he was to sell the whole thing, Bitcoin is just crashed by like, let's see, they'll crash by probably like 100 billion, 176,000 more coins. And he held them for 5 years. So it's 176,000. Like I'm telling you now, like these ones that's worth not even that much, he hold them for a few years because it's like, guess how much he probably, like I just showed you, I just spent $3 on 30,000 coins. I spent 10 on 1 million. You think I'm gonna worry about $10 5 years from now to make these billions or whatever they spend? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the price was 5 years ago, but we could check. So 5 years ago, it was 10,000. So he spent some bread. September 11, 2020. I don't know what it was like at the beginning of September 20th, but let's see how much money they spend. 10,000. Well, let's do it again. He had sold 24,000 coins. Uh, times it was 10,600. No, 10,000. Well, I just say 600 at this point. 66. So he spent uh 255 million to make 2 billion. That's crazy. So let me see, 2 billion take away. Let's see how much profit he made. That's two. All right, 255,984. He got 2.6 billion. Hold on, 2,698,5. It was like 35 or something like that. All right, take away. He had spent 200 million. Two, five, six, 9, 8, 9. So he spent 2 million in 822. Wait, let me go back on that. Man, that's some crazy numbers. There's a lot of numbers. He spent 200 million. Oh, of course, this was the top thing back then. I don't know when it actually got started with Bitcoin, but I know as far as with these, shit, you ain't got to spend no 200 million. I don't got 200 million right now, but if I did, I probably 100 million of these. I mean, no, no, no. I would, yeah, I would, and then also I get some ether because that's the next big wave. It's basically gonna take where is ether? To me, in my opinion, I believe it's gonna take the place of here it is right here. It's up 98% today, and they up 10%. It's at $4,000 currently. As far as usage, Bitcoin gonna always be the top dog, but I think it's just gonna quietly take out Ether, and it's gonna quietly take out Bitcoin, and it's gonna just be like a thing of the past. People gonna start to look into like what's the new thing. They're gonna hear Ethereum a lot if you haven't been hearing it already. I know y'all hearing about XRP, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna do nothing. Even though they got the credit card coming out, all this and that, they just trying to keep their business afloat like everybody else. They missed their big moves. Everybody cashed out really the higher ups. Because some people had these coins for like 5 years. And I just heard about it 3 years ago. So for 2 years, I didn't even know. And they was given to the army and people like that. Like, certain coins they don't give to the public right away. So you are really going to miss out on some of the profits once they do make the major move. But it's best to know what is available so you can have some kind of profits before the public start hearing about it and it's already too late. You dumping your money into something that's just a bunch of hype that a move and happened already. Like y'all probably hearing about Bitcoin in the news a lot now, but they just bust they move. They down like a motherfucker now. They within these past few weeks, all this stuff was happening. If y'all was paying attention or not, let's go back for a month because that was really like can't really see it in detail here, but you can see it in the last 3 months, right? Just a little bit. So it was like 101,000, and then it went all the way up to 123,000. That's a $22,000 jump in 3 months. So it just lost $23,000 in a steady decline and going down and down each day. You can go live right now and see it's 108,000. And then you'll just watch this number right here. So it's like struggling to hit 570. Who knows? But it took a pretty good dip today. $100 dip, $250. So it's starting to gather a little momentum, but it's still down 20,000. You see it right here fighting to come back. But it's the weekend too, so who knows? They might gain a little momentum, might not, depending on what they do over the weekend as far as the publicity stunts to try to gain some attention. As you can see, it's still flopping. It just went under 570. But it's just my analyst. Because I've been seeing like what's going on besides what they saying and stuff. Like Dogecoin, a lot of this XRP fell below 3. Here's why. They want to tell you why, but the reality is people that made their money and they looking for the next big thing. Everybody else focused on the wrong shit. I hate when they do this with that. They they lay out kind of why. And they want to give you some fugazi story, some excuse on why they're not performing. If you care about excuses, you can check this out on your own time. But if you want to lie my bio, all this stuff is all on the same platform. You don't have to go nowhere else to go find it. They tell you the information right there. You can see live what's going on. It's really struggling to stay up, but they don't do what they got to do like everybody else. And they're not the only ones. All of them been taking a hit. Once Bitcoin take hits, all of them take hits because they all go off of the Bitcoin chain. But what's crazy is Ethereum is starting to take its place as far as what it can do as far as transactions. Just like if you go out the country, you're gonna uh, exchange your currency to whatever foreign state or whatever the fuck you going. It's a currency exchange basically. Crypto is a currency. It's the crypto. This is what I'm saying. They use the Bitcoin, and they use Ethereum. They starting to use Ethereum. That's why Ethereum is going up so much in value because it's starting to be the placeholder of what Bitcoin is doing. And Solana. So Solana, XRP, Ether, Bitcoin, these are what they use to trade over your US dollars, if you didn't know. And they use other ones as well, but they're blockchain that can do these things. That's why they use them. That's why it's in service and people buying them because these coins have that type of access. It's a decentralized, transparent cryptocurrency. But yeah, we could go more in depth about that if y'all want to learn about that, but I'm not going to do that at this moment. But like I was saying, like back then when they bought these coins, because I don't know when this happened. But like I said, like you won't know unless you with it. Like these investors, they don't want the public all in their business. Like I just showed y'all the perfect slave, which is capitalism, which is consumerism. Everybody out here competing with each other to buy this, to take pictures, and become a willing slave. But when you focus on that because that's what the mind is conditioned to do. That's what society is conditioned to do. But when you take yourself outside of that, then you start seeing the people who, as far as the workers who's working together to control that narrative, who's making it capitalizing off these type of things, who's not putting that information out right away. The move didn't happen. Certain people like me and other people there tell you, like, hey, look, check this out, which is like a couple months ago. But it was like you got a chance to jump in because history repeats itself, and that's just what it did. Making these moves, and of course, anything can happen at any time. Like on Friday is when the dude took the money out, and the price dropped significantly. And they call them the whales. These are the people who bought in early, got like a couple 100,000 or 20,000. Like dudes, right now he only got 200. I say he started off with 200,000. He sold a quarter of that, so he got 173,000 left. But just that 24,000 he took out was 2.6 billion dollars worth. And not only him, other people probably bought like 1 million. Like I got 1 million of them Shivas. Peppies. Somebody else might got 2 million. Somebody else might got, you know what I'm saying, however many they got. But once it hit this certain stage, it's like people don't want to buy in because it costs too much. Or if it's people like me or like him who take out 20,000 is worth this much, and then the price shut down, it's like, whoa, those are the whales, is what they call it. Because them the ones who had it in their account for so long, they acquired so many. Like with Ethereum, they all trying to buy up all the Ethereum now. Because they only circulate so many. They only mint it out so many. And usually they'll mint out like 1 billion. Or, and there's trillions of people on Earth. 100 billion, not even 1%. So if you think it's a lot, it's not at all. That's what I'm saying. Like once you miss out on it, you miss out because they buy these coins by the millions. And then once a couple people grab a few 100 million, it's not much left. Especially if they only made 1 billion, or if they got 100 billion, and the rest ain't for the public, because they not all of it not gonna be for the public. They only put like 30% out. Like even with my coins, like all of it not for the public. I only put it 30% as far as hashing it and stuff like that. Like, and that's only because like I want majority of them for myself, not for that reason, but like collectibles, passed down generations, stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these people done did the same, because that's what makes sense. But yeah, it's like, how are we gonna strategize about Bitcoin? Is it Bitcoin? June 18th. So that was a long time ago. I ain't dealt with Bitcoin for like a few months. But that was the time I was telling y'all, like the 3 months ago when it profited. June 14th. So back in like 3 months ago when it happened. So the proof right here in black and white. Like I don't be just talking to you, just saying shit. Like you see what I'm saying right here. And the last time I even dealt with it from this year, because that's when the move was happening. Like I said, history repeats itself. And I caught that move in June. But before that, it was back in 2020. So I was really on top of this back then, and even now, like 5 years ago. But it was that. But as you can see, I was already as ago and then profiting. And that's how I knew even just this past June, deal with it again. So I know from experience, not from what he said or what she said, from what the fuck I've been doing since February 7th, 2020, with a little 31 cent. But yeah, this Bitcoin, February 7th, 2020. But yeah, this is what the world is coming to. Just like they always say, the world gonna end, the world gonna end. They're right. You know what? It's just any day now. Everything's changing. The old world of thinking, that world is dead now. It came to an end. Credit cards, debit cards. This is all new. This is all digital money. People like, oh no, what's that? The old way of thinking is going to die out. The world is coming to an end. The world of just Visa cards. It's now a new wave of crypto, a new wave of currency. So that old world is coming to an end. If you don't want to partake in this new world, you won't capitalize in this new world. Once it really finally transition over and it becomes totally different, just like from the people on the horses and carriages, you still ride them, but that world is over with. If you want to get somewhere faster, you'll hop in a plane or a. They probably thought it sounded crazy when to get an automobile, but now that is the world, we're living in. So change is inevitable. You want to get with the changes or you get left behind. It just is what it is. This is an example of the changes that are happening in the world. As you can see, every country is starting to open up their way of thinking and partake in these changes. Taiwan is the latest to adapt to these changes, getting their own cryptocurrency. And you can check up in the news. I think the Philippines got some going on. I'm not going to say that I know for sure. I'm not sure on that, but I know for sure Taiwan, um, different little country, they adapting the XRP so you can shop in that country. You ain't got to worry about converting. That's why they got the XRP card. They really, but they already didn't capitalized on it probably 2 months ago. And they trying to, everybody hearing about it now because the move happened and they want it to happen again, but it's already too late. So yeah, these are the moves you're not going to hear about because they don't want everybody to jump in the way. And which is a flocky. I know you ain't heard about that. If you still only know about Bitcoin, you need to come check out Peppy, Flocky, Litcoin. If you got like 110, I'll buy to it past 3 months consistently. Almost a year ago, but I ain't have enough to sell it all out. So I was left with partial coins, which is like 76, 78 point. You know what I'm saying? Like a point. But the longer it go up, then I'll officially have like maybe more of the coin. I don't know how to add it or whatever, but you know, as long as I got it, I'm good. At one point, I'll be able to eventually sell it all out, but I'm not losing nothing. I'm gaining. If it was to ever go bankrupt, then I'll actually gain a penny for that. So that's crazy. The more this go up, the more I'm gaining, which is cool. It ain't a lot, but it's something. So back in 2023 is when I sold it. So that's been growing for 2 years now. Imagine if I would have just left it alone, right? I would have had way more money in there. But for the past 2 years, it's been growing. Off that little bitty sale that I did, and then it brought me this, and it still ain't cashed out. That's how you know they've been growing for 2 years. I done had this little bitty amount that it grew or whatever. It's 7% of my portfolio because they've been growing consistently. They had their biggest moment in 2021. They was at 338. They've been struggling ever since. But for the what was that 23? Okay, 23. They was at $77, and now they at 110. They been bouncing a little low, but they ain't been $70 in a minute. They've been doing their thing for a while. Cause I've been stuck with them for like the past 2 years. I haven't bought anymore. I just, you know, haven't been able to sell it all out, which is cool. But I might fuck around, sell it all, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So I just rather have something sitting in there than not have something because that's what happened with the XRPs. Like, oh, it ain't doing nothing. It ain't worth much or whatever, whatever. Right? Then you fuck around, miss it. Could have had a million coins before it turned $2, and that just happened earlier this year. You don't know when these moves gonna happen. Like on this app that I've been using and showing y'all, the Uphold and what's the Bitcoin wallet. Like Nancy Pelosi, she been making millions off this. So these right here is the Versi coins that I'm getting for free. And I already at 81 cents just off of fucking with their app like I could have been doing with the XRP. I hope I can show y'all. I hope y'all can see it. Let me try to turn this, burn this down. But yeah, this the same situation. Now it's in repeat with a different coin. Say Versi. These I'm getting for free, 81 cents just for going on the app. And this is the, let me show y'all the 90-day run. Well, 60 days, I think. So this, like, you know, you might miss out on October 90,000 or like 95. Damn. Because these little things, like the last time they was on Binance, which is still a dope thing, they just came to America. Like the app I was using was from overseas, and but either way it goes, wherever it come from, right? You want to be a part of this or not, basically. Uh, Let me see, because I just be sending myself stuff too. I don't know which one it is. Uh, Damn. All right, let me see. It's an important thing. And then when people like the, all right, when they be sending me stuff like that, this it right here. So yeah, because I be trying to share this information. This for the app because I was gonna put it on my other phone. Uh, Damn. This the link though, so if y'all want to check it out, like this ain't my link personally, but hold on. Let me just go back. They having this the 90-day, 60-day challenge thing. Damn, this kind of all right. Let me just try to do this. Uh, so now I gotta look this shit up because I got a thing. So this it right here. Is it still showing? Yeah. I'm gonna pull the article up because this is what I was just showing y'all on my phone. It's kind of hard to show this shit like that. So this is it right here. Nevertheless, let me take off some of these tabs. So this I was just saying, like the 60-day streak. This the Bitcoin wallet, the app I was just showing y'all, and it is 95,000. I already got an account. So this is what I was talking about. These getting the shit for free. Oh my bad. Um, and I don't know how much they gonna go up or how much they gonna be worth. But once they go up to $1, if you got like I got 11 million right now, or probably like 11,439,391. The numbers kind of funny. Say 25 versus. I'm gonna have to check because it could be 11,000. But I'm gonna see though. Anyway, this is it. This what they doing on that app that I was just showing. Uh, what it look like. Either way it goes, it's the B in there. This the logo. And then you just go on the app every day and check it out. All right, let me see if I can what y'all see on my screen. So you basically just go on the app, and then I'm trying to go to the transactions. So, damn, I hate how they show like that. But once you do it, you're gonna start seeing it though. You just click on the little money thing, then it starts showing you how much they deposited since August 2nd. What they say on there? Receive. They say receive. See, I'm receiving it. Just what's going on there. August 25th. Let's see. Receive August 28th. So like this ain't no joke. Let's see how much I received. That's 10,000 versus on the 29th. That was the 29th, not the 28th. That was yesterday. And then I just show y'all in this article they giving it away for 30 days, um, up to 95,000. So 10,000 is 81 cents. So that's probably like $3, 5 bucks, I think. So that's $1.50. So you basically get like $10. You will have 95,000 Versa coins. And this ain't even at $1 yet. It's worth like, let me see. They not even $1 yet. So they like just basically like they not even at 10 cent yet. They at like 0.71. They cheaper than the Peppy coins. They only go back a year. It's like, they were like, oh, y'all heard about Versi? They went up 300. Then they be stuck at that. Then by the end of the year, they go up another 300. They at $1.50. You got 900,000 of these coins just for free, or 95,000 if you do this challenge. That's $95,000 because it's worth $1 now. The same way that they did with every other coin. The more you got, the more you have in profit. Like they did with the Shiba coins. Not Shiba, Lil Peppy. 2023, 2024, they did the move. They made the money. Now they're trying to do it again. But yeah, you don't want to miss out on these moves, just like with XRP when it just hit that dollar, which is like, oh, you said dollar ain't nothing, but if you got $1 times 100 million, which sound crazy, like sound fantasy number, but this is what's really going on in the world. People want to be, I mean, shit, hey. It might sound crazy, but hey, what's crazy is the truth. The truth is sound crazy. What don't sound crazy is these lies, like the world is round and spinning crazy. And, you know what I'm saying? All that goofy shit don't sound crazy, but hey, these moves, you think people ain't out here putting themselves putting themselves in position like this. Look, August 20th. Of course, it's already August 30th. It's 10 days in it. But oh yeah, I'll show y'all too. Since I just got my little what you call on there. I keep putting up the wrong phone. They dropping it every day. After the 30 days, they drop 2,000 a day. Uh, so tonight around 12 because they dropped mine at the 29th. Let me see if they're short. Yeah, they're short. Well, they ain't gonna show it tonight because it's already won. But these the challenges, and then it's gonna show like 60-day thing on here because tomorrow, well tonight at 12, it's gonna be a new day. And then once I log on, they're gonna give me some gifts and more coins and stuff. And then they'll be like, that's added towards that 60-day challenge, and whatever. They ain't doing it now because they did it already, which I just showed y'all. Like I got my 29th reward around 12 o'clock. When I do it again, I'll get my August 30th reward. And I'll try to go live and show y'all how I go, whatever. Or I'll just try to record a screen record and load the video. I was thinking about doing it last night, but I didn't, so I missed it. But it's going on for the next, I want to say 50 days, I guess, since it's already the 20th, the 30th, it's 10 days gone. So yeah, about 50 days left. So yeah, for 50 days, you might miss out on the 95, but you can still get 85,000 coins by participating. And of course, you could buy in like with the other thing I showed you with Robinhood. They give you $5 worth. You can use that and put it to something. Shit, it ain't gonna do itself. You gotta make these investments and make these moves. That's how it go. Yeah. Check out these few little articles and see what's really going on. Cause the whole market's been crashing. So man. Plus it's the weekend. They always do it like propaganda. Do these moves quiet, bust these money moves, and then they try to put it out in the news on what affected and what didn't. You know, they be always scamming and scheming and doing a bunch of silly shit. Our our efforts and our money and shit. That's why I ended up getting the little money I took out for XRP about a month ago. Cause I seen what was going on. Like they wasn't saying much, but I see what's happening. Like it's doing too much inconsistent. Behavioral patterns is just too iffy, dog. So I'm like, yeah, they flopping. Got up out of there, and now I see like they consistently still flopping. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I know they're not steady, and that's one thing I know for sure. Like You could say one thing, but your actions gonna speak, and the action was showing that they can't keep their shit together. So I was like, I ain't finna fuck with them. And that's why I just took out for the rest because like I've been wanting to do it, but I ain't think about it till now. Cause I got it on two different platforms, the Robinhood and the Uphold. I even got rid of my 80 coins on the Robinhood because I can't stake them. Whether they iffy or not, they making me money on Uphold, but on Robinhood, if so, I'm going for sure bet. So it's like nah. Plus, I doubted them so much, like I don't got no faith in them at all. So I was like, it ain't even worth me even trying to act like it. The track record ain't A1. It ain't speak good. But yeah, that's that though. The link's always in the bio.